Now yesterday, when I was saying, I think we've got all the pieces, well, I was wrong. There's a couple more we have to get here. We have to get the B-37, which is this piece right here, and we've already put a couple of pieces on the deck that are almost identical to this. And then there is a larger piece, a P4, part of the housing, part of the superstructure. I keep calling it superstructure, but I was previously corrected, and they're saying that's actually called a bulkhead. Now I don't know why. Maybe superstructure is just as right. I don't know. Anyway, when I got this kit, there were a lot of individual pieces in a bag like this. We have slowly used them up, and there's only 3 left. And this piece P4 is this piece right here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but on the inside there it does say P4. Anyhow, that's the piece we need. And I guess eventually we'll be needing these. B-37. Well, I guess there's no use trying to pretend that it didn't happen. When I was cleaning the flashing off of this part here, I accidentally broke the little protrusion that was coming out of the top of it off. I guess I was getting a little bit too ham-handed here. I don't know if I can glue this back on or not. I'm going to give it a try. I'll put this part in the helping hands, try and get the angle just right, and then I haven't decided what kind of glue I'm going to use yet. Maybe a little bit of CA medium might be the best. I don't know. Anyway, let's see what we can do. Now, the reason I have the plastic clamp on instead of the metal one is because the metal one, the spring is so strong in it that it probably would mark the sides of the plastic. Mind you, at this point, who cares, right? Well, yeah, I sort of care. Now, I'm thinking that maybe I should do a bit of a dry run here just to see if I can't lift this up and put it on there. How's it going to go before I actually put the CA on? And I've decided I'm going to use, because this piece is so small, I'm going to see if I can put just a tiny little bit of CA thin on it rather than the medium. And anyway, let's move in just a little bit, and I will put the macro lens on when I actually do this. It'd be nice if I could get it on, excuse me, exactly the same way as it was, which I believe. I'm going to have to grab it as far out at the tip as possible. Otherwise, what's going to happen is I'm going to get CA on the tweezer. Now I just cleaned those tweezers off. That shouldn't be sticking like that. Anyway. Okay, I think that'll work. Now I am sure that you already know what I'm going to say, and that is that you can see this a lot better than I can. Well, maybe not a lot better. I do have my extra strong magnification hood on here. The idea is to try and pick up just a little bit of the CA thin here, and just put a very small amount on that fracture there. Okay, now if I can pick this up just on the tip. Oops. I like to get a little bit further out if I can. Now, before that cures, it's kind of leaning. You can't see it, but it's leaning to the right. If I just move it over just a little bit here. Okay, that's actually pretty good. I'm going to let that cure, and then I'm going to reinforce it from the sides, because I'm pretty sure that it's just sort of hanging on by a thread, if you know what I mean. So I'm wondering here, isn't this a job for the super macro? Okay, I do believe that is reinforced. Now I just know there was some camera buffs out there that'd be interested to know, how did I set up for this shot? Well, it wasn't all that complicated, just a little bit time consuming. Probably took about 10 minutes. I'm guessing that about an hour has passed here now since we glued this on. And the temptation is to see how strong it is and sort of, bump on it and twist on it and stuff like that. And I'll probably end up breaking it off, so let's not do that. Okay. Now, I'm going to try and put this in a safe place. I don't know where that's going to be, but I'll find a safe place. I want to look at this, or maybe I should say I want to show you this. There was something that when I broke the other piece, I was looking at this as well, and I was a little bit unhappy with the way Trumpeter molded this, and I'll move in and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Now, I remember we did look at this piece a little bit yesterday, but not critically, and right now I want to look at it critically. And by that I mean, why did they have to have all these attachment points that we have to try and get off? Couldn't they have got away with just the two? Like there's this one right here. This shouldn't be too hard. Maybe I shouldn't be trying to do it on camera here. Just take it off very, 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 very gently, and okay, got rid of that one. And then there's this one here. Maybe I have to flip it over. Sometimes trying to do something on camera it turns out to be a disaster. Now we got it. Okay, now these ones right here, now they're not going to be too hard. Because I just have to go down and get it flush with this piece that is basically square. I think that's supposed to represent where the lens would be, where the okay, now I can take my file and square that off. Probably not holding this at the best angle for you. Where's my file? Just take it down. Just a little bit here, just to get rid of that. not going to go any further. Now the other one. Oops. I don't know if I need to do the fine sanding stick on this one or not here. Okay, that got rid of the worst of it. Now, my complaint now is, in order to do this one here, well, I guess I could take it off flush like that. Okay. And then maybe I just looked up on the monitor. I realized I was moving it out of the field of view. Okay. Now maybe if I just sort of well, maybe this is going better than I thought it was. I was thinking that it was going to be difficult to get it kind of rounded because it's, you know, it's rounded like this. Okay, now if I take this, there's a ridge of flashing all along the edge there, and if I just kind of flatten that over, everything's probably going to blend in pretty nicely once it's painted. Now I don't want to take this flashing off. Well, that's not flashing actually, that's detail. So got to be careful there. Now maybe I should go just a little bit more here. What time are we getting here? No, it's only 1:30. Okay, you know what? I'm going to have to pick this up and look at it with my magnification hood, and it actually went better than I thought it was going to. I guess I was complaining for nothing here. Now, what about this little? Okay, just very, very gently now. Just a little bit. As I was mentioning, I don't want to be taking those little rivets. Okay, you know what? This came out better than I thought it was going to. Okay. Now you remember we're saving the scraps here because we might grind those down and make a pen out of them. Now, I am now 99% sure that I have all the plastic parts for steps 45, 46, 47, 48, and 49. Okay, tomorrow we'll look for the photo etch pieces, like the railings, and there isn't a lot of photo etch, fortunately. A couple of ladders, or it says make 3. And then there's some other little pieces here. Another one of those rings. Anyway, that's it for today, folks. Thanks for watching. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow. And hey, wasn't that fun using the super macro?